Ezekiel 3. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them.
Shalom. All praises, glory, honor, and fear, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Kakadash. And much love and salutations to the true believers, the true servants of the Lord, that actually know the Lord and what he's doing in these moments, and glorifying the Lord, glorifying in the fires, rejoicing always, because the Lord, he's making good on his word. He's destroying this world, and he's breaking the yoke of our captivity. We're being made free and whole. And I want to go into a topic basically going into how the Lord has made us whole. He's made us whole. And when you're whole, when you're entire, wanting nothing, you're able to make others whole. You're able to make others have a relationship and free to Yahweh Shai. You know, like David said in the Psalms, the Lord prepares a table before me in the midst of my enemies, my cup runneth over. So by your cup running over, you're able to pour upon others as well. You see, without having an evil eye, which a lot of our people have. They're still under the curse. They're still under that yoke because the Lord hasn't freed them. So this is Mark chapter 10 and verse 47. And when he heard that it was Yahushua of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Yahushua, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And many charged him that he should hold his peace. But he cried the more a great deal, thou son of David, have mercy on me. So they was trying to tell him, man, hey, be quiet, man. Hey, stop what you're doing. Same thing now, man. Like, you got these Pharisees and scribes and elders. All they want is for themselves to be praised. Double honor me, double honor the elder. But you're gonna have your unique, special, not of this world men that are gonna just cry out and even the more praising the Lord non-stop. That's why the Lord said, if these shall hold their peace, then the stones would immediately cry out. You see? A stone can't cry out. A stone can't talk. But see, anything is possible with the Lord. Like he had that donkey speak. You see, he had that donkey speak. So it says, and Yahushua stood still. So that's the spirit you have to be in. You have to be in the spirit of, like, even though men is telling you to, like, stop it or just be quiet or shut up or just, you know, be comfortable here. You're not going to listen to them, man. You're going to listen to the Lord. It says, and Yahushua stood still and commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying unto him, be of good comfort, rise, he calleth thee. And he, casting away his garment, rose and came to Yahushua. And Yahushua answered, said unto him, what wilt thou that I should do unto thee? The blind man said unto him, Lord, that I may receive my sight. And the Lord said, where there is no vision, the people faileth. So your vision is very important. Your eyesight. You seeing in these dark times, seeing through all the bullshit, all the lies, and all the deception. Whereas there's no vision, the people faileth. So it says, and Yahushua said unto him, go thy way, thy faith had made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight and followed Yahushua in the way. You see? So he got through that peer pressure. You know, they were trying to say, man, he charged him that he should hold his peace, right? So they was like, hey, man, you hold your peace. Hold your tongue. Don't say that. Don't say this. But he cried the more a great deal, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And that's the spirit of the elect. They're not going to listen to what the many is saying. because the many is going to perish. They are perishing. They are dying because they're ashamed of the Lord. Now, going into this word whole, I want to get this word for whole. He was made whole. And that's what Yahushua would do. He would make those that would resist the pressure of man and not trust in man, but trust in the Lord and have faith, and he would make them whole. So it's the word whole here.
Strong's G 4982. Sozo.
Sozo, right. So it says to hold. It says to rescue from danger or destruction, keep safe and sound, run from injury or peril, to save a suffering one from perishing, one from suffering from disease, to make well, heal, restore to health, to preserve one who is in danger of destruction. And that's what's on every side, man. It's just destruction and danger. You see? To deliver from the penalties of the messianic judgment, to save from the evils which obstruct the reception of messianic deliverance. You see? So actually being saved from our enemies, being saved from sin, from yourself, from the flesh. And one of the things, when you go to Sirach, your health is actually more important, is worth more than actually physical money. And that's what this world doesn't teach you. Even guys in this truth don't teach you, because they all they care about is their money coming into their hand. That's all they care about. They don't care about their sheep. So this is Sirach 30 and verse 13. It says, chastise thy son and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution, because they're not going to sell out. They're not going to do things that make people like them or accept them. It says, then a rich man that is afflicted in his body. So guys that are rich, they receive the consolation. They're afflicted in their body. They're not at ease. They're not at rest. And they're not able to enter into the Lord's rest, into that peace. You see? It says, health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. You see that? Strong body, good health. You see? It says, there is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. You see, and that's what the Lord is causing us to do. He's causing us to joy in His word. He's causing us to joy in His word. So when you go to Jeremiah 33, it says, in the title of this chapter is Restoration Promised. You see, going into being whole, completed, not having a need for anything of this world. So when this world is trying to like feed you or give you like this evil shit, this corrupted bread, this rotten shit, you're gonna be able to deny it. Like, I don't need that. I don't want that. See, like this whole world and construct is all about like, oh, just pick of the two lesser evils. Just pick of the two lesser evils. Man, don't pick any of them, man. Lord said that in Exodus, follow not a multitude to do evil. You see, fuck them. Death to this world. You see. Jeremiah 33 says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah the second time, while he was yet shut up in the court of the prison, saying, thus saith the Lord, the maker thereof, the Lord that formed it, to establish it, the Lord is his name. Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not. It says, for thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, concerning the houses of the city, And concerning the houses of the kings of Judah, which are thrown down by the mounts and by the sword, they come to fight with the Chaldeans, but it is to fill them with the dead bodies of men, whom I have slain in mine anger and in my fury, and for all whose wickedness I have hid my face from this city. You see, it says, behold, I will bring it health and cure, and I will cure them, and it will reveal unto them the abundance of peace and truth. And I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return, and will build them as at the first. Right? And the latter house shall be stronger than the latter house. I mean, it's like the latter house shall be greater than the former house. So it's gonna be far more glorious than Solomon's temple. And like Yahushua made that point, he was like, you know, Solomon was arrayed in like great apparel, but really in the spirit and in all actuality, we're like clothed even finer and more precious and more like lavish than even Solomon. Matter of fact, before I keep reading here, let me try to get that precept. And the reason why the Lord said this parable is because see, Solomon was dripped out in gold, you know what I mean? But the elect, we're clothed with the spirit and like in the angels, you know, protecting us and guiding us. You know, Matthew 6 and verse 28 says, and why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow; they toil not, neither do they spin. Right? Because it's not really work for them. It's just a way of life. Same thing with us. Like, this ain't really like a job for us. Like, you know, I have to go to work for East. Oh shit, I gotta get up. You know, you're always upset and mad and tired. Well, this never gets old. You know, we don't get tired of doing this, and we actually love doing this. You know, we enjoy it. And like you demons out there, it says, verse 28, and it says 29, and yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Right? Like one of those lilies. You see? Because the Lord said he'll never depart from us, man. He'll never forsake us. And the work that he's begun in us, he's going to complete it. You see? So we're not in the time of going off like Solomon did. We're in a time of fulfilling it and completing it and being whole, not being incomplete, not being without the counsel and the true worship of the Lord. So it says, wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Right? So we're being clothed of the spirit and of the everlasting garments. Let me just get that word for clothe. That word for clothe. In Luke 12 and 28, it says clothe, right? It says, will he clothe you? So let me get those word for clothe.
Strong's G 294, amphienumi.
Right, means to put on, to enrobe, to invest. And when you get that word invest, it's to put money into. You know, you're putting all your riches into. Just like the parable the Lord said, when a man finds a great treasure, he sells all that he has and buys that field so he can have that possession, that hidden thing in the field. It says invest is to provide or endow someone or something with a particular quality or attribute, right? And we've been endowed with the spirit, with Yahushua's life. We've been given his life, his the way he was living, and we're living in the way he lived. You see? And also it goes into enrobe. That word clothe is to enrobe, which is to dress in a robe, a vestment. And the Lord said, you know, going into this servitude that we're under, to put this on as a robe. Sirach 6. Let me get this one first. Sirach 27 and verse 7. Let me start verse 6. Matter of fact, 5. It says, the furnace proveth the potter's vessels, right? So this fire, it's actually proven what men really are, if they have this truth in their vessel. It says, so the trial of man is in his reasoning. The fruit declareth if the tree hath been dressed. So is the utterance of a conceit in the heart of a man. Praise no man before thou hearest him speak, for this is the trial of men. And guys, they're not speaking according to this light. So there's no light in them. They're not speaking according to his word. It says, if thou followest righteousness, right, you follow Yahushai. Just like that blind man that was healed, he followed Yahushai in the way. It says, if thou followest righteousness, thou shalt obtain her and put her on as a glorious long robe. You see that? And it's going to cover you from your nakedness, from your sin. It says, the birds will resort unto their like, so the truth return unto them that practice in her. You see? So the truth has returned to those that actually rehearse the righteous acts every day. Gemini 33 and 8. And I will cleanse them from all their iniquity whereby they have sinned against me. And I will pardon all their iniquities whereby they have sinned, and whereby they have transgressed against me. And it shall be to me a name of joy, a praise and an honor before all the nations of the earth, which shall hear all the good that I do unto them, and they shall fear and tremble for all the goodness and for all the prosperity that I procure unto it. Whew. So you can't curse what the Lord is blessing. He's like building up and making whole. And that's what got this world all messed up. You see, John 5. In verse 14, it says, and afterward Yahushua findeth him in the temple, and said unto him, behold, thou art made whole. Sin no more, lest a worse thing come unto thee. You see, so once you're made whole, it's so important to not go back to your vomit. It says that in Hebrews. If we sin willfully after we have learned of the truth, and then there remaineth no sacrifice for our sins, because you're basically putting Yahushua to an open shame. So it says, the man departed and told the Jews that it was Yahushua which had made him whole. You see? And when it's that word whole, man, it means to be free from sickness, from disease, from judgment. You see? Isaiah 59 and verse. And then you're going to be able to be strengthened to walk that straight gate. The narrow path says, Isaiah 59:8, the way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. So you guys that are actually following these great millstones and these big major camps, these camps of the world, you don't know peace. You guys don't know what peace is. You don't know what rest is. You see. Isaiah 57:20 says, but the wicked are like the troubled sea, and a troubled sea is not calm. A troubled sea has waves, and it's boisterous, and it's destroying things. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord, what he's doing is elect. He's leading us to still waters, to calm waters. How a water will be so still. Like if you ever been to a lake, and it's no wind, no clouds, perfect weather. It actually looks like a glass. You know what I'm saying? And you're able to see Yahweh. You're able to see the Lord better. Hear the Lord better. Just like Simba when he went to that water. Says when it cannot rest, whose water casts up mire and dirt, there is no peace, saith my God, to the wicked. So there's no rest for the wicked, and it goes beyond Esau. It goes into wicked of our own nation. They're always they can never have enough. They're not content with the word and the spirit. They covet after things of the world. And then their mind gets basically like occupied with like carnal things, man, which is like it can never satisfy. Like the flesh can never be full. It always needs more and always needs this, always needs that. You know? Psalms 125 and verse 5. As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, the Lord shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity, but peace shall be upon Israel, right? And the Israel of God. Because not all Israel is of Israel. And not all Israel is of camps. And all the elect is in great millstone. Like it's a heavy deception, man, which we're breaking down through the Spirit. Proverbs 28 and verse 17, it says, verse 16, it says, the prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor, right? And these guys, they want understanding, so, and they can't understand what's going on in judgment, new covenant, so they're greatly oppressing, you see? Like Esau. The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor. But he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days. Whew. So we're not coveting after what the wicked have. We're not going out the way to, get tested and vaccine and just whatever the fuck, just so we can get what this world has. No, man. We're gonna prolong our days forever by what? Not wanting what the wicked have, man. Their clout, their media, their fame and shit. A man that doeth violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit. So these guys, they're doing violence to the righteous. They're actually fleeing to the pit. They're fleeing to their death. Let no man stay him. Whoso walketh uprightly shall be saved, but he that is perverse in his way shall fall at once. You see, and their fall is nigh. It's here. They're falling right now. They just don't realize it. You see? And this world is just like not at rest. There's no peace for this place. This, like they say that they talk about this kingdom, this world, America, New York, whatever the hell, the city that never sleeps. Yeah, this great city, America. This place never sleeps because it's not at rest. Ever since the conception, the beginning of this kingdom, this world, this corporation, America, they've always been at war and they've always been working the people to death. Like when you go to like third world countries, like I've been out, like if you ever traveled, you realize that no one really works full time or like, busting their ass, you know what I'm saying? But it's all coming to an end. And it's beautiful. So pray for a few days, brothers. Lord willing, I'll be back with y'all in a little bit. I gotta go back to the plant for the meanwhile. All praises, glory, honor, faith, how about shy, deaf to you wicked. And peace to the Israel of God, the true election. Shalom. And when the Lord makes you whole, right, you're able to make other whole because you have the whole ingredients. So just like when you're cooking something, you need the fish, you need the salt, you need the lemon, you need the herbs to put it all together. But if you don't have one thing, then it might all just, it's not fulfillment, it's not whole, it's not complete. Just like if you're trying to put together a chest, if you don't have all the screws and everything, then it's not going to be complete, it's not going to be whole, it's not going to be able to be used at its full capacity. So guys that aren't whole, that are partial in this word, and they've only gotten like half the truth. See, you guys, I got 100% truth, but they don't. You can say I have 100% truth, you have all the prophecies, all history, but if you don't have Yahushua, it's like you're it's like a half-ass, understanding of the scriptures, really. So you're not able to make others whole. These guys are able to make others like impartial like them. Like they know certain parts. And that's why the Lord's going to cut off the 2/3. The third part shall be cut off and die. But the third part shall be left therein. Those are actually been made whole and actually be able to get through this fire, this furnace, this pressure. You see? The Lord's going to say, He's our power, man. He's our God. And that's the prophecy in Hosea too, where it said, in the place where it said, you are not my people, shall be said, yeah, the sons of the living God. That's what guys say, you're not the prophets, you're not this, you're not that, but we are. It's going to come at a great surprise and a great expense. And that expense is going to be a lot of you guys' lives, man, because you didn't believe, you didn't listen to what we had to say. Above the ball, shalom.